By Sue Wilson. I have a card today with some floating frames for you. Show you how that's done. It's kind of fun. I'll introduce you to the dies we're going to be using. Our Gemini die, I'm calling this Caelum. It may be pronounced another way, but it's named after a constellation. From the Indonesian collection, we're using the Java die. We also have the Sumatra die from the Indonesian collection, as well as the Bali. And we will be using the center of the Indonesian collection background as well. And the stamp set, sentiment comes from the Delightful Sentiments stamp set by Creative Expression. It's a clear stamp set. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is finish cutting the edge of our background. So I've brought in the Gemini die to cut one edge. So we're going to do the matching side over here. Pop that on, and these have two different decorative dies, and you can use them any direction you like, and they have matching cutting edges as well. I'm going to line this one up right at the edge here. Just get it as central as possible. I'll put a little tape to hold that, and we'll pop the decorative die up next to it. You can also leave a little bit of a gap there if you want a border that's got a bit of embossing in the middle of it. There's so many different things you can do with these. Pop that through. Now when you cut anything, especially really decorative like this, you want it to run lengthwise so the rollers go all the way down rather than turning it so it just kind of bumps over. So it's kind of important. Give that a quick run through. And pass it back. Okay, do a little bit of a tool on this and take out some of these really decorative bits. Oops, tape is sort of ripping here. Hold on. There we go. Take off that edge, which is kind of pretty. You could use that for something else too if you liked. There we go. Pop this out. We'll put that back onto our magnetic sheets and tidy up our little bits. And I've got just a couple here that need to be popped out. There you go, so you can see how pretty that comes out. And I'm going to just put that against a gold mirror background. And you know, let me give you a quick measurement. It is 4 5/8 wide, and I probably started with 6 3/4. Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll use some tape on the top and bottom of this one. Have to admit, whenever I use mirror card, which isn't that often, but I find I get a bit messy with wet glue, so I try to keep it away from that because it shows just about everything. That looks pretty good. Okay, so there's the base to that. Now I've gone ahead and cut a couple of these just to get them all ready, so I wanted to show you. It is acetate, and then I've cut the frames on the edge, and we're going to layer these up like this, and I'll show you how we've done them. Pop them right on top of each other, and that part there will be covered, but I am going to cut a piece of acetate. And I'm going to use the center cutting edge of the Sumatra die. Pop that into place. And sometimes, depending on what type of acetate you use, you might have to give it a couple of passes, or you might have to nip a little bit with your scissors every once in a while, and it depends on the thickness of the acetate. This one cuts quite nicely. So I've got that cut. It's hard to see. And then I'm going to use couple of the other dies from the Bali and the Java here, and we're just going to put them together to make a frame. Let's turn this one upside down. And they're the same shape, but we have coordinating ones so that you can line them up and create really nice mats and layers with them. That on there. Yeah. Carefully remove that. And we want this piece here. Take the tape. that back on. So now I can glue that edge onto the acetate. So what it'll look like is the appearance of it floating, because you aren't going to see the center of that. So that's exactly what I've done here, okay? Pop that to the side. So next thing I want to do is put these into place. I've added a bit of mounting foam dead center, so that way it'll be covered by my sentiment. Pop that right there. I've used the center of the Java to cut a decorative little piece to go over that, so you won't notice that. Done with the gold mirror and then backed with the white. Put that right over the center. And I've done a sentiment here. And we have a little frame, and I've cut this. I'll do just another one real quickly for you to see. Here it is. The Sumatra center and the center of the background. We'll put that together. It's a gold mirror card. Tape that into place, and let's just grab a couple of these, line that up so it's equidistant. Give it a quick run through. And when I make these for sentiments, I love to sort of build them up and layer them, because it just gives a really nice detail. It's quite thin, so sometimes you can't always add mounting foam to them. Put those away. There we go. So we can add that on top, and I'll just add a little bit of glue. Let's put it on this one here. Tiny bit on the top there. Pop that right over this one. Give it a second to set up. And we will glue that over the top of the sentiment too. Cosmic shimmer glue around the edge. There we go. And if you want, you can use a sticky sheet and add a little bit of glitter, something I love to do as well. That right over there. Just give it a second to set up. And you can either bring your outer cutting edge in and cut it if you like. I personally prefer to use scissors. I just find this is easier and quicker. It's still got a little bit of setting to do. So just carefully go under the edge. There we go. And with the mirror card, what I will do is give it a nice little gloss with a piece of kitchen roll, because it does show all your fingerprints and whatnot, so just want to buff it up again. That'll take some of that off of there too. Okay, tiny little bit here. Put some mounting foam on the back. And we'll pop that right into the center for a perfect addition for our floating frames. And there you have it. I think you have a gorgeous card, and those floating frames will make anybody wonder what you've done there to create that look. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we have a YouTube channel just full of other videos for you to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.